Hi guys, so this video is about the promise I made. I was going to make a particular video in regards to choosing the right university for nursing and why a lot of persons get rejection. Yeah, so I met someone who was telling me I've had up to like 30 rejections from schools, so I'm going to be talking about why people keep getting rejection a lot and how to choose the right university. So guys, let's go. So guys, the first thing I'm going to be talking about is the fact that nursing is very competitive. Like, it's a very competitive course. Even with the fact that people are saying a lot of persons are not going for nursing because okay, let me be specific now. A lot of international students are not going for nursing because it's too expensive. Yeah, it's too expensive and you can't really afford it and all that. Nursing is very competitive. I mean, year in, year out, there's a lot of people applying for nursing. When I applied, when they sent back an email, they told us we're about 3,000 persons that applied for just one school. 3,000 persons that applied. And guess what? When we got to the interview stage, I think we were about 700 or so. And when we started school, combining mental health and adult nursing all together, we are not up to 100. We are not up to 100. So you could imagine how competitive it is. From 3,000, it was reduced even down to less than 100. Just mental health were about 17 in class. That few. Adult nurse is not even up to 100. So I'm just saying, combine both of them together, we are not up to 100. So it is very competitive. So if you're really interested in nursing, you must be ready. Yeah, you must be ready all the way around. Like, you must be ready mentally, you must be ready physically, financially, all the way around as an international student. Really, because for home-based students, they have the advantage of government paying the tuition fee, and then they get to pay back when they are working. That's if they are working. When they are working, you get, and they also get like £5,000. £5,000. They don't have to pay back. You understand? So that is just the benefits they get to give. I'm just focusing on the international student for now. So you must be ready all the way around. You must be ready. You must have like not giving up, that spirit of I'm not going to give up. You're not giving up. You understand? So that's just the first thing I'm going to like say, that nursing is very, very competitive. So you must be ready and you must not easily give up. Yeah. So I wrote down some points. I'm just going to be going through my points, I don't have everything off in my head, so just so I remember, so I don't like miss out in some points. So the first one I talked about, I've said before, I said nursing is very competitive. And the next one is have a positive mindset. Yeah, you have to have a positive mindset. A lot of persons are already like, you applied, you already have it in your mind that, oh God, I don't know if people are going to give me a high God. You're like, you already feel like you're not going to be given already. You already have the mindset of like, oh God, I don't think I'm up to being given this. I don't think I have the right things put in place for this. The first thing, have the positive mindset that yes, I want to do this. I have the passion for this. So yes, I'm going to be positive. I know that I'm going to get this. Be positive. Before I entered, I was doing my first master's MBA with specialism in healthcare. I had not finished when I decided that I wanted to do nursing, because the first course I was doing was in relation to healthcare. I knew this was what I wanted. So I made up my mind. I had discouragement. They were telling me, how are you going to get the money to do all these things? Are you going to combine? In fact, are you going to do all these things and all that? I was like, I'm going to do it. That's me. I've made up my mind, and I had a positive mindset that I'm going to get it. So I started throwing out applications. So you must have a positive mindset. Don't start feeling like I don't know. Believe that you got it already, even though you haven't gotten it. That's it. Have a positive mindset. So yeah, the next one is your personal statement. Yes, your personal statement. In fact, that one is the permit me to use the baba of them all. That one is like the baba, the most important of them all. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that's the most important of them all. personal statement. So you must think of your personal statement carefully, because your personal statement is going to tell a lot about why you want to do this particular course. You must state about your passion, what drives you, like what is driving you to come and do this particular course you want to do. Yeah, what's driving you? You must have a story to tell. Very important. Have a story to tell. An inspiring story that led you to want to do nursing. You must have a story to tell. And you must be able to like share your experiences. Like, I've gotten experience from this, I've gotten experience from that led me to want to do this. I mean, there's always a trigger that makes you want to do a particular thing. Don't just wake up one morning and say, I want to do nursing. There must be a particular reason, you get it? So have a story, have an inspiring story, have a reason that you want to do this, and be able to infuse your experiences also on why you want to do nursing. Very important. Your personal statement is very importantly. You must think very well before you write it. Make your research about how personal statement is being done, and meditate very well. In fact, when you finish writing your personal statement, read it, give it to other persons you feel like maybe I've done this in the past or something, like please help me to go through this. Give it to different persons. They should go through it, because there are some things that you might not. Also guys, sometimes your grades might be, maybe for example, you don't have enough the right qualification, you don't have enough of the right qualifications that is needed to go for that particular course. Yeah, your qualifications might also be the reasons why there's rejection. Yeah, so you must have that in mind also. Then also I'm going to talk about applying to the wrong schools. Yeah, there's some specific schools that you should apply to, and some, as an international student, there's a specific school you should apply to, and there are some that doesn't accept international students because of the fact that government is the one paying for the home student. So they don't collect money directly from the students, they collect the money from government, and the students pay when they start working. When they are done, they are registered. So they don't accept international students. So if you apply, it's a straight rejection. So when I was applying, I applied to one of those schools too, and I was rejected. And I was like, I asked the reason, and they said they don't accept international students, and they gave me the reason why. So that's one of the reasons they don't accept you, is because they don't accept international students. Okay, so I'm going to check my next point I put down. Okay, some might also be with age. I've heard some stories about some persons and saying their age. This doesn't apply to everybody, yeah, but sometimes it might be age. Maybe the person is not a matured student, is not seen as a matured student, so yeah, the person might not be given it. Like, for example, do you have any criminal records? Like, have you been involved in any shady things or whatsoever that got into your records? So they look into all those things too. They are very important. So you must make sure to have a very clean and straight records too. Sometimes your application, it might just be that your personal statement or whatsoever doesn't look genuine. So you feel like this is not genuine enough, so you don't get to have it. It ends up with rejection. So guys, you just have to be ready. Make up your mind. Like I said, this is what I want to do, and do whatsoever it takes. I mean, doing whatsoever it takes doesn't mean that you have to be involved in anything criminal or in anything that is going to ruin you. That's not what I mean. I'm just trying to say you have to be determined. You understand? You have to make up your mind and put in the necessary effort and hard work that is needed. So that's what I'm trying to say, guys. And also, this is not to discourage you, because nursing is a very rewarding career, really very rewarding. I met a guy at a place I once worked several I think years back. So I met him and we were talking, and the person told me, the person was like, well, he said years back I was working in a particular place where I was a big boy, I was making money and all that. The person was like, after a while, before you know, they started bringing in new workers and all that from other countries down to UK, and before you know, they have so many workers, and it was no longer that important. And it was just like it was an agency, but it was benefiting a lot. He worked there for years. I think he said about 4 years or so, I don't know. And it wasn't really having any problem until they started bringing in people, and they had so many people, and they prioritized those people than him, because it was just agency. Those were their main staff, and before you know, it was no longer having shifts the way it used to. And before you know that, he went back to hustling and looking for shit. And he said, after so many years he has been in the country. And I looked at it and I could see the facts that what is important about life is not just looking for money. It's about, you also need to invest in yourself. Investment in yourself. Imagine that guy had invested in himself. If tomorrow maybe they dropped that in that particular place is working, or maybe something happened. I mean, that investment in himself is still there. You can look for work elsewhere. But based on the fact that he just put all his hope there and didn't put on, like, he didn't invest in himself and all that, and then it's like he's going. He told me, say, it feels like I'm going back to square one. I'm starting all over again. You get it? So investing in yourself matters a lot, and doing nursing as a career is very, very. It's a very rewarding career. Very, very rewarding. It's not easy. I will tell you the truth. It is not easy at all. It is not easy. You must prepare your mind for the stress. There's a lot of stress. Especially when you're an international student, oh God. There is a lot of stress, man. It's not easy, but it's a determination, the drive, and say, yes, I'm going to do this. It's not something you're not going to go through that stress forever. It's just 2 years if you're doing a master course, and just 4 years if you're doing like BSc. So you must decide. So guys, that's it. That's a wrap for now. So just make up your mind and decide that this is what I want to do. Be positive. Don't give up, guys. Even when, lastly, I'm going to add this point. It is a lot of persons, they easily give up. You know, when you apply to a lot of universities and you get rejection, before you know, they're like, I'm tired. I've been applying. I'm tired. I cannot, they easily give up. You don't easily give up. You apply to 10, you don't get it. You don't stop. Keep applying. If it's something you really want to do, keep applying. Apply and apply and apply until you get it. That's the spirit. You don't give up. But even in training the application, make sure that your documents are intact. Everything is all intact. Your personal statement is top notch. Everything is just intact, and just keep applying. Don't give up. I tell you, one of them is gonna give you. So guys, thank you. Lastly, and most importantly, guys, I am a believer and I believe in God. I'm a Christian. I believe so much in God. I've seen God come true for me in so many ways. So many ways I have least imagined. So if you're a Christian, you believe in God, it is time for you to take it to God. First of all, it's very important you prepare, you plan, you do the necessary things that needs to be done. But most importantly, scripture says, commit your ways into God's hands and He will direct your path. When you commit your plan into God's hands, God will direct your path. So after making all the plans and everything, commit it unto God's hands, because it's God that will give you the admission. After you've prepared and done everything you need to do, it's God that will guide you to the right school. It's God that will help you financially to get the necessary finances you need. It is God that will help you through favor in your placement and all. It is God. So guys, make sure that even as you're struggling to get the particular university, you're doing the necessary things, you're getting your right documents in place, your personal statement in place, you're having a positive mindset. Pray about it. Talk to God about it. Importantly, very important, guys. And watch out and see God come true for you. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I love you guys. Bye.